welcome back to Storytime with Amanda. So today I wanted to talk about something that I saw on TV the other day that struck me as I can't even think of a word for it. It bothered me and it kind of worried me at the same time, because it kind of made me question, like, where is society headed at this point? So I'm sure some of you have probably seen it, but if you haven't, I'll go ahead and give you like a brief summary of how this commercial went. I don't remember what brand it was or what car maker it was, but it was a new vehicle that's coming out at some point. I didn't see when it was, but there was this new car, and then in the commercial there's a family of four. There's the dad driving, the mom's in the passenger seat in the front, and the kids are in the back, right? The dad's driving, he's like, and it cuts to like him behind the wheel. He's doing something on like the screen dash thing, right? Like the navigation screen, dashboard screen, whatever you want to call that. And the mom is in the front seat already, but like her seat is turned around facing the back, okay? And the whole commercial is literally the dad driving, looking at the screen and typing stuff in or something. I don't even know. Like, it was so quick that it would literally boggled my mind. And the entire time in this commercial, all you hear is one of the kids from the back seat saying, "Dad, hurry, come on, Dad, the game's already starting." And I'm thinking, what are they talking? How is this pertaining to a car commercial? I'm so confused. And then as the kid stops, finishes the statement, the dad's seat, like the steering wheel gets pushed back into the dash of the car. The dad's seat like starts backing up on its own and turns around. So he's no longer facing the direction to be driving, okay? He's facing the back seat. And literally, like, my head exploded. I was like, what in the world is happening right now? And then, of course, like, splashed all over the screen at that point in the commercial was whoever the maker was, the name of the car, and when it was coming, right? And it was something about self-driving vehicles, okay? So self-driving vehicles have become this new craze that everybody is like hoping and wishing and praying for, and yet at the same time they're so stinking excited for it to come because there's so many other things you can get done while you're driving, right? I have so many questions pertaining to self-driving cars. Like, let's just start listing them off. First of all, I want to know, with a self-driving vehicle, since the person behind the wheel doesn't necessarily need to be there, do you have to have a driver's license for that? Like, do we have to go to driver's ed? Is that another thing? Like, driver's license and driver's ed, is that even going to be necessary at that point, or is it just going to be null and void, like a waste of your time and money? On top of that, like, we're already a society that literally does everything virtually, right? We send emails to each other instead of actually writing a letter and putting it in the mail or sending a postcard. We do most companies, you can work remotely. Like, you don't even physically have to show your face in your office to get a paycheck. And now we're worried about how bad we need self-driving vehicles in order to accomplish more things on our commute. I'm trying to figure out, like, at what point in time did self-driving vehicles become a higher priority than just getting a bus pass or riding a train or taking like the local Amtrak or something. Like I'm trying to figure this out because I don't understand, right? Like, you could probably, I would imagine you could probably almost, depending on what city you live in, save money by doing like a bus pass or a train pass or even a subway pass, whatever it is, as opposed to getting a vehicle, right? Getting yourself into a car payment. So I'm trying to figure out why anyone would want a self-driving car. Like, I get it. The hype behind it is great. Like, it's a great idea, right? It sounds perfect in theory. I mean, think about it. You get this vehicle that you're making $200, $300, $400, $500 payments on every month, and you literally don't have to work it. You don't even have to know how to work it. You just get in, turn a key, and essentially it tells you tell it where to go, and it goes there, right? Like, that's where how is this, one, productive, two, safe? Like, I can't even imagine this being super safe at all. And three, is this actually going, like, this is my biggest question, is this really going to better humanity in any way? Like, I'm seriously, I'm torn on this one because, like I said, it sounds like a really cool idea in theory, and great. I would love for my car to chauffeur me around town wherever I want to go, right? But I'm trying to figure out, like, we already have smartphones that do everything for us. We have computers that if our smartphone doesn't do it, the computer does it for us. We have all these automatic programs that take care of little things we need done all day long, and then little things like auto feeders for our pets, or alarms and lights and door locks that automatically turn on and off at our homes, right? Like, all that stuff is cool. And don't get me wrong, like, I have like the smart home stuff, and I own a smartphone. That's how I'm filming this video right now. But I'm trying to figure out how we're not dumbing down our society by adding more of these things, right? Because, like I said, my two main questions: do you have to go to driver's ed for a self-driving vehicle? Like, I would think driver's ed would be null and void at that point, right? Like, because you're not actually driving the car. And if that's the case, do you need a license to physically get the car and be in it? Because technically a driver's license is something you get out of going to driver's ed or being taught the driver's ed protocol, processes and stuff. That's like the reward program for doing those classes, meaning that you know how to properly and safely navigate and travel the roads behind a wheel, like physically being in charge of the car. So if you're not doing that and it's a self-driving vehicle, I would think you wouldn't need that, right? And if that's the case, how is that actually bettering humanity in society? Because now we're taking that away from generations to come, right? So now kids eventually, you can't hand down a car to them that's not self-driving, right? So, like, the whole point in having like old hot rod cars and stuff, like, that's gonna go out the window, right? Like, I don't think a lot of these things have been thought through, and granted, it's just a prototype. It's a prototype commercial. I'm sure nobody really is pushing for this to go. I would imagine that they're super expensive in price too, right? Like, there's a certain price point and a certain level in society in which those vehicles would be purchased anyways, right? So I get that. It's just, if the, because eventually, we all thought the same thing about VHSs. You don't see VHSs anymore. You see DVDs, and now it's more Blu-ray than DVDs, right? So It's like at some point this type of, you know, driving cars will no longer be the norm, meaning that the ability to actually have someone do driver's ed and someone actually teach this person and give them a license will not exist. Do you get what I'm saying with that? So today, like, that was what I wanted to have story time about today, because it really made me start thinking and questioning things, and I was like, like, it really makes me nervous. I don't know about you, but it makes me nervous. And I'm hoping that, you know, that these things are like thought out and thought through, so that, you know, if a self-driving car actually does come to fruition and it's affordable by anyone and everyone, that these things are covered, and at least thought out, so that the problem doesn't come 10, 15 years down the road, you know, because like we seem to find ourselves in those positions a lot lately in society, and it's really starting to get bothersome to me. I mean, and maybe that's just because I'm getting older, I don't know. But anyways, that was story time for today. Wasn't as super humorous, but maybe it was kind of funny, considering my reaction was like, what? So anyways, I'll catch y'all on the next one. If you like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and it'll definitely give you a notification every time new episodes are uploaded. I do upload a new video every Sunday at 10 a.m. So definitely check them out. In the meantime, I'll catch y'all on the next one. But until then, stay safe out there. Try to retain your sanity. Spread kindness like glitter, and don't be a grown man bully. Talk to y'all later. Bye.